Hello, 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 and welcome to the show tonight. I am your host, the Cigar Vlogger. I know you're here and I know you're waiting on something big, so I'm going to just get right into it. Welcome everybody that's here. I'm going to let you know now, I'm not going to be looking over here. I'm not going to be answering any questions. I'm going to be right here because time is of the essence. Earlier today, I spoke with the accuser of Larry Reid, one of them, the one that agreed to do an interview. And I was trying to finalize when we were going to meet face to face so I could shoot the video. And he was upset. And Larry panicked and got Olga to send him one of those bogus cease and desist letters that he sends to people. But, you know, he says cease and desist letters are for punks. He sent me one last year. I'm still ignoring it. So he basically, she's same form letter, word for word almost. You're affecting Larry's brand. You're bad mouthing his image, blase, blase, blase. So put his real address on, because that lets you know they found him. They found him, Larry. But for Larry to say, you know, that he ain't did nothing, he ain't apologizing to nobody, why did you feel the need to hire a lawyer to issue a cease and desist? And you had the person, your lawyer put the address on the letter. So if you're going through all that, that kind of means what? You running scared. If you haven't done anything, why did you feel the need to get a lawyer? You could have just came out in the public space and said, hey, I didn't do nothing. But see, you knew all along when you flagged Kim's video that you was planning to do this. Plus, up until about, what's the day? Tuesday? Up until about maybe 4 or 5 days ago, you were still following the victim on his social media page, and you deleted and blocked him. So you knew what you were planning to do. You knew you was planning to lie, blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. Jimmy Battles said this past weekend, Sunday, as a matter of fact, as recent as Sunday, he said, your tongue gonna be the rope to hang you. And he ain't lied. Because guess what happened? You went out here and you tried to figure you could bully this young man, scare him. I talked to him and his family today. Guess what? What you plan is about to flip into something a whole lot bigger and better for your situation. I'm gonna show you. He asked me to show the text messages before he comes up. He's gonna be up here and he's gonna issue a brief statement. What's happened since Larry wants to try to be big bad bully, and he's of the street like me. He got him a lawyer today. So guess what, Larry? You going to court. And guess who's going to be testifying on the victim's behalf with all his evidence? Because he lawyered up. Because when you call yourself bluffing somebody, he's a good poker player. He called your bluff. Your victim has a lawyer, Larry. And he's coming to get you. Yeah. How you like that? And guess who's going to be there with me in court, sitting, waiting to see you come out there with them big bumblebee shades? William McCray. William, I know you're listening. Hey, Miss Madison and everybody else I invited, Tasha K, everybody else I invited, all the people from around the world and everywhere else that tuned in. Pastor Sapp. I don't know whether you go by Bishop Marvin Sapp or, yeah, but, you know, and Pastor McClurk and all you guys I invited. Yeah. But me and William McCray going to be sitting right there. Jazz, I sent you the message too. So if you want to come on up, we'll have a truce for that day. Because it's a day of days. Yeah. See, you thought that big mouth of yours, you around here throwing your weight around thinking you're a bad, bad boy. And guess what happened? He went and got him a lawyer today. And guess who's going to be his Who's going to be testifying on his behalf? I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be serious. Hold on. But I can't hold it in. Oh. You right now you got your foot in your mouth. You tasting them $1,200 shoes that you like you brag that you bought. You got a mouthful of foot right now. It's gonna be a who's who waiting to get tickets to sit in there with you. Everybody in Atlanta can't stand you. All them church folks gonna be waiting their turn to come up in there to see you. Larry. Oh, I'm gonna keep it classy. Oh yeah. But I have the right. I'm gonna say that now. I'm gonna say it in a nice way. I ain't gonna cuss, none of that. I have the right. Let me get my church cloth. Pat myself like you were patting Jordan here. I have the right to celebrate your downfall, sir, because you tried to put me in prison. And I told you, the grave that you dug, you better, when you dig one grave, you better dig two, because you're going to fall back into the one that you dug for me. Because, see, you never counted on another real North Carolina boy with some street smarts. And when you tried to throw your weight around with the ogre lady, he went and got him a lawyer. So now, your lawyer got to talk to his lawyer, and then it's going to be everything that you've tried to hide and deny from now until the day you die will be public record. Anybody who wants to read it or anything else. And you're going to have to answer to it no matter what happens for the rest of your life. And the same stuff that you've done to other people is now about to be done to you, but what's about to be done to you is the truth. You call me crazy, the elderly, mentally unstable, violent. You call me everything. But you ain't going to call Daryl Moore an inmate, and you ain't going to call Daryl Moore a liar either. You reap this. You reaped this. Now it's time for you to eat that bitter harvest, sir. Because you went out there and you call yourself going to rattle a young man. You just think of the audacity of you. You had the audacity to come out here today and try to get a cease and desist issued to the victim of somebody, to somebody that you victimized from the time he was 14 until the age of 17. And see, I knew you was going to run scared, because when you found out that I know about that cell phone and the messages that you sent to that phone, you thought the young man still had that phone and another member of your church had it. And they're going to issue an affidavit as to what they read. And then you're going to get yours. And when I come to court with everything I got on them hard drives and everything else and the printouts that's over there, you might as well tell them what size your jumpsuit is. Oh, but while we waiting on him to come up, because I got a few minutes, let me show you a little something here. So y'all know I don't be lying. Hold on. Because, see, I'm waiting on him. He going to give you a quick little statement because his lawyer is giving him some sound legal advice. But guess what? Down the line, we might have a full-scale press conference. Me, him, and the lawyer. But hold on. He going to be here in a few minutes. Just hold on. Let me show you this right here. So y'all know I don't be lying. Nope. No. So, y'all, can y'all see this? Let me see if it look right over on y'all side. Hold on. I'm going to get out the way because you don't need to see me. You need to see this right here. So I'm going to be scrolling up. This is between Larry Reid and our victim. So I'm going to slide it down. It says, hey, this is Larry. Hey, I spoke to Mako. He said he saw you and asked why I deleted you, and consequently, so-and-so. And then he said, from friends list. I'm reading it in Larry Reid's actual writing, so I'm not this dumb. Larry is. I explained I had LOLOLOL. I'll hit you tomorrow. Nice chatting out to you in March to chat, and that we were supposed to chat when you were ready. Lord, fix it. I later had a vision. Here we go. The first week of May, where I heard convo you were a part of concerning me in church that I would think you would elect to have with me, especially because our last communication here on Facebook, I decided that same hour to unfriendly because it was clear that there was something definitely needed to be discussed as I felt in March. But for some reason you didn't want to talk directly to me. When Marco told me you asked, I felt I owed you an explanation, although I'd rather you just inbox. And let me skip down because I was cutting and pasting because this was actually a just inbox and ask me, but under the circumstances I see why you, and I cut it off and said why you didn't. But anyway, hey Reid, this is the victim. So it's clear that the convo I had with PB, and Larry knows who PB is, that's why he panicked, was misrepresented. So let me clarify. I didn't ask him why you deleted me. I told him I noticed you deleted me. Deleted me. I told him I noticed you deleted me when I went to message you a few weeks ago. You don't owe me an explanation for anything you decided to do with your life. It's not that I was uncomfortable asking you why, I just wasn't interested. If deleting me and one of the things it takes to make your life more enjoyable, then I encourage it. Honestly, if a vision, quotes, was enough, which I don't believe, for you to make it in the moment decision to delete me from your social media without pursuing a conversation after almost 10 years of relationship history, we were never as close as I wanted to believe all these years anyway, bro. You don't owe me anything. Even your, let's scroll down, even your, here we go, even your explanation for why you deleted us agrees with my logic. You were able to rationalize that a conversation needed to happen, and in response to that rationalization, you decided deleting us was best. That's not the way you respond in a relationship that has value to you. At least that's what you told me. I'm not sure what you meant by under the circumstances. I see why you didn't. I was never aware of circumstances being created. We don't talk. My initial intent for wanting to inbox you was to let you know I forgive you. The last 18 months have taught me a lot about my relationship with myself and every other relationship in my life. I have had to swallow some really hard truths. One of them is the fact that for the past 7 years, I have assisted in helping you believe that you did not molest me as a teenager. You have probably already internalized this on some level. Let me scroll down. You have probably already internalized this on some level, but never enough to apologize, so I did the work for you. I don't need it, though. And then here's Larry. I admit that after the vision, I should have reached out, but because you didn't reach out after our last communication, I figured something was up, but I waited. The dream was confirmation that of that energy, and now this email. There's no email, this is a text. That's why I elected to just delete and move on, because I felt you weren't interested in convo at that point. That was my presumption. This isn't your fault. It was what I elected to do, and that wasn't the best thing to do because it told you and her something about how I felt concerning both of you that wasn't true. Oh, and if I misrepresented what Marco said, then put that on me and not him. As far as me and you and our relationship, we have talked and re-talked, but we clearly should have talked more the last few months. For what is there to talk about if you ain't did nothing, Larry? I'm just wondering. I'm wondering that. Now I know the people wondering. The last few months for me and you wouldn't believe the things I see so clearly now. And the many mistakes. I've apologized till I'm blue in the face, publicly and individually, when the universe afforded opportunity to talk to people personally and vice versa. Hopefully one day you will want to talk. And then the literary joker said, I had a few typos because I was typing fast, because had a few typos and misspelled because I responded quickly. Mm-hmm. Other word. When you get time, let's meet up to talk. I stay near Lenox Mall, and is my private cell. I'd block that out because you swear to God I'm doxing you. So, and again, he reiterated, you don't owe me an explanation for anything you decide to do with your life. And he reiterated that. And that was the end of it. So, Larry, I just want to know, if you ain't had nothing to do, oh no, you ain't got to screen record. I got all of this stashed away. And then when I record this, StreamYard makes a copy that you can download for yourself. So if you said you ain't had nothing to hide, right, Larry? So why? So why would you feel that you got to reach out to people privately and what have you? And as the universe allows and all this flowery stuff that you try to do, see, you are a guilty man and you running scared. And then you, this, by the way, that text message was dated a year. This is one of the things that motivated this young man to go ahead and file a police report. That was 2017. A year before he filed a police report. This is what motivated him to go ahead and get the ball rolling. And then Big Mouth again today trying to bully somebody. Y'all please click like for the 900 of you that are here with me right now. Bully Man figured he was going to contact the police. I mean, not police. He was going to have his lawyer go over and intimidate this young fella. But see, he ain't from the sidewalk. You cat out. I told you to stay up on the sidewalk. In fact, I told you to get up on the porch. You went out in the street. So you're dealing with street cats. So Street Cat, his initial reaction was, I don't like this joker. And I quote, I don't like him thinking he got the upper hand on me, and he don't. My initial reaction is to come on and let him have it. Or take it to the street level. I said, no, you doing it right, young fella. You doing it right. So he got on the phone. What's it, 8:20? Let me see. Hold on. I can't answer no text. I don't know about no social media on. Oh, my fault. I didn't know that it was still up there when I was reading. I'm sorry, because like I say, when I put that up there, hold on. I got to take care of the real deal right now. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. He's on it. He's gonna call me back in a few minutes. But yeah. So I'm waiting on him to call me right back, and then he'll be coming up. Say what he got to say. But Marcellus, you have the link, and no, the sound is not gone. It's not gone. It's on your end. Go out and come back in. Everybody's good. There's nothing wrong with my sound. Nothing. Nothing at all. I ain't touched a thing. But yeah, so, because I muted while I was on the phone. So that's why I did like this to tell you I was coming back. So anyhow, Larry, what was you thinking? I just want to know. I don't think it worked as you had planned, because you thought that by putting big bad Olga on somebody, we read her the deposition. She don't handle stuff like that too well. She gonna be locking horns with a real lawyer, because you never thought he was gonna lawyer up. Okay, no problem, Miss Daniels. I got you. Just email me. I look out for anybody. you know, it is what it is over here. I'm just waiting on him to come back. Oh, here he is. Oh, this Marcellus. Okay. Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, let me just say this for all of yeah, yeah. Let me
Go ahead.
just say this. Hey, let me just get this out for all of the vloggers and the people who are in the chat. This is a lot for Daryl Moore to deal with. This isn't Daryl's background dealing with this type of stuff. So I need for all of you guys that are now asking for copies of the text messages and all of those types of things, I need for you all to fall back for just a moment. There is a proceeding legal matter that has to be taken care of before some of the things that are released to the public. We have other documentation and some other things that we'll need to go through before we're able to give you these things. So, Daryl, no one is to have anything until we're able to complete some of the other things that we need to put in place. So
Right.
stop asking. We got y'all, and we will make sure that you get what you need. All of the vloggers who are watching this and who are looking for further proof to corroborate, this information, that information is going to come to you. We're going to make sure that everybody else gets that information. You all just need to be patient, and we're sort of methodically walking through this information. And so I'm gonna say what I need to say, Kim, until the victim has an opportunity to speak. I wasn't even supposed to come up here this early, so
Mm-hmm.
when you need to boot me off, just let me know,
No,
Daryl.
go ahead. Because
Um,
I'm just waiting until he calls me back. And like I said, this is an ongoing legal matter
right,
that
and
Larry Reid pushed in overdrive. So,
well, he wanted it because he had no business in doing what he tried to do. Because see, here's the thing: you're not scaring anybody, and it is necessary. And for CM Morris, I need you to understand Daryl and I work together, so I will speak whenever I want to and however I want to. And if I were you, I would tread really lightly. I will speak out when I want. Thank you very much. And I was
oh,
asked to come here. Thank you so much. Okay.
oh
Thank you
yeah,
so much.
oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna take care of that right there. Oh
All
yeah.
right. And so we'll get rid of the rest of you if you don't know how to behave and act like this is not Daryl's background. This is my background. So I'm assisting Daryl because he asked for my help.
I
Thank you
sure
very
did.
much.
I sure did.
and,
Yeah, yeah.
and since y'all want to be rude about it, fuck y'all. And fuck Larry Reid too. All right? And I
Okay.
got and I have plenty more where that came from.
And let him use you.
All right. Now, what I was going to say is there's a lot of legal things behind the scenes that are necessary, and we need to make sure that we have a lot of things in place to protect the victim as well as Daryl, and to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that we're able to move forward with the rest of the victims, because there's not just one victim, there are other people as well.
Yes, indeed. They
So
are.
you all need to just fall back and be patient. I told you that this was coming, so you all need to be aware of this. And so that's all I wanted to say, Daryl. Like I said, but Daryl, I commend you for the work that you are doing, and
Thank you.
I commend you for being patient, because nobody wanted this. Is really impromptu today. This was not
Yeah,
some. Yeah,
this
this
wasn't
was.
playing.
Yeah, we did. This wasn't even supposed to take place today.
And I darn sure didn't know I was going to be a witness. I just thought I was doing a story. Oops. Thank you, Larry. You gonna make me a household name in a minute. Keep on. Keep on talking.
Well, as much as he think he a household name,
Well,
I mean, give me a break.
he about to be one. Oh, I can just see he's about to be one for real. Channel 2 Action News.
Oh my
CBS
goodness.
46. Fox 8. What's it, Fox 5 or Fox 8 in Atlanta? I forget. It's been a while. Channel 2, 46, 8, and 5, 11. Woo, good God. You're going to be a household name for real.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the work that you're doing, Daryl.
Uh-oh,
And
here we go. I think this him. Hold on. Let me make sure I keep the screen. Hold on. Uh, hold on. Are you invisible, sir?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, you're invisible. Okay, I want you to stay that way. Ladies and gentlemen, the man is here. He's going to issue a statement. I'm going to keep my mouth closed. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So this is what I want to say. We're talking to Daryl. He has consistently kept my identity hidden. Consistently. He's never mentioned my name. He's never mentioned where I was located. And I'm saying this for people to really think, right? He's never mentioned my name, never mentioned where I was located. He's only released an audio with my voice. Today, I received a cease and desist letter from Larry Reid's attorney. For Daryl to have never mentioned my name, where I was located, why would Larry Reid know who to send the letter to? I'm gonna just pause for a second.
There you go.
Why
That's
would
an
he know?
admission. That's an admission. That means you know who you did something to.
For me, that is an admission of guilt. You know that there's something that needs to be addressed. If you feel the need to suppress it before it even comes out, nobody knows who I am but you, Larry. And I came on because I was gonna do a full interview tonight, full disclosure, but I can't because there's some other things that are in place now, and I have to follow the direction of that. But what I want to say is this stuff happens way too often. And I don't know if you noticed, I put my name as Believe Black Man. Because one of the hardest things in the black community for a black man to do is to be honest when he's been mishandled sexually. And for me at this point, to come to this place and be able to talk about it, and I'm able to, and I'm being real, real neutral right now. But me and Daryl have had some very candid conversations.
Yes.
And I've used some very explicit language when talking about it because it's just one of those things that people don't protect black men. That's what the reality is. Specifically in the church, if it happens to a female, they all over it. But for me, I'm having the conversation now. I've gotten counseling for it, and I've worked through it, right? And now that the conversation is starting to happen again, I can see that I probably need to reinvestigate some areas that I maybe didn't know were still there, right?
Yeah. And
if
you need me, I'll refer somebody to you.
My man, yeah, I appreciate it. I'm probably gonna still continue counseling just because I feel it's appropriate, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I just want to put that there, like for now. Like, we're gonna have a dialogue, like coming soon, like a very specific dialogue.
Yeah, we'll sit down with you and your counsel, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna have a dialogue, but I wanted to, like I said, this was a last minute thing. I was gonna do a full interview, and then I had the conversation with my legal counsel, and they advised us just pause for a second. But it's not stopping. It's just a pause. It's just a pause.
Well, see, he figured that if he tried to intimidate you, that you wouldn't go get a lawyer.
And you can't do that with me.
Yeah.
I'm not built like none of these other niggas, bro.
That's right. He dealing with street cats. I keep trying to tell him.
Like I'm not built like these other dudes. So and that's probably what he's used to. But I'm not built like that.
Welcome to the street.
You know what bothers me even now? Like my wife had to walk away. I can hear she's emotionally bothered right now.
Right. And that's why I told you earlier today, I didn't want y'all to be old wounds. I didn't want y'all to be upset.
Yeah.
I want y'all in a safe, healthy place because y'all need to be turning to each other and, be strong for each other. But like I said, I give you my word, sir, in front of everybody. I'm gonna be there to testify. And whatever you need behind the scenes, you got it. Just hit me up. Ain't no question.
For sure.
Us real North Carolina boys look out for one another.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. And so, yeah, man, I just wanted to pop in, man, and just push that point more so, because like I said, the dialogue, we gonna have that, right?
Yes, sir.
But like, what I wanted to position to the audience right now is protect black men, yo.
That's right.
Like, this ain't easy. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't an easy conversation to have as a heterosexual man.
Yeah.
You understand me? Like,
Yeah.
it would be different if I don't struggle with homosexuality. That's not a struggle of mine. You know what I'm saying? And so for me to now have to revisit sexual things that happened to me with a male, that ain't easy. That ain't easy. And
right.
I mentioned this to Daryl. One of the most difficult things for a victim, and I hate to use this term victim because I don't like the experience that I had with acknowledging myself as that because of who I am, right? So
you
like
were taken advantage of, brother.
You feel me?
You ain't a victim. You were taken advantage of. You were exploited.
But the reality of what it was is what it is, right? So like what happens is the worst thing a victim of a scenario could hear is their experience. Somebody described their experience as allegedly.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst things you can hear. Because you know your experience. You were there. You lived through it. You know what I'm saying? You lived through it. And so to hear someone describe your experience as alleged, that's another type of injury, especially when you're in the church world. That's why I don't fuck with y'all right now.
Yeah. I can understand.
Like, that's a whole different experience. So Daryl, we're gonna have the conversation, bro.
We're gonna talk, bro. Go take care of your family, man. Yeah. I just want to make sure you all right. You in a safe space, and I don't care.
Good.
Don't worry. Yeah, but don't worry about the time of day or night. If you need me, man, just call me. If I'm asleep, I'll wake up because you ain't by yourself, bro. I'm gonna do what I can to help you as long as I can, as much as I can. You are not by yourself, and trust me, there are people over here that are praying for you that you ain't never met before, brother. Y'all are not alone. We're going to be lifting y'all up in prayer. But day or night, you got my number, and your wife got my number. Y'all just call me, bro.
And if you need 1,000 black men to stand behind you, trust me, you've got 1,000 black men who can stand behind you until you're able to get to a place of resolve. And so I just want you to know that. And so there's other things that are going to come forward, and there's going to be some other assistance from folks behind the scenes. And so I'll leave it there, and I'll continue to communicate through Daryl, and Daryl will communicate with you, and we'll leave it there for now.
We got you, bro.
That'll work, man. I appreciate it. And I'm
right,
good.
man.
Just so we clear. I'm strong. I'm
Yeah.
strengthened. But it's a process because it's not just me that was affected by it, right?
It's your family
considered,
right?
And so all of that matters a huge deal to me. But just know, like Reid specifically, you ain't stopping nothing. Like in terms of like what it is, you know what happened. Reid, you know what happened. Shamako, you know what happened. And we're gonna talk about it.
Yes, sir. And he ain't gonna be alone. All right, bro. I don't want you to hold you up here. You go be with your family, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, my man.
All right, take care.
There's so much to unpack there, Daryl, but I want to go back. I want to go back to these text messages first, because those text messages were very telling, and I want to give people a little bit more of a critical approach to these text messages. And for those of you that are wondering why I am here, I want to reiterate it so that you can understand why I am here.
Marcellus is my protection, my covering. Yes, he being nice about it. Marcellus keeps me out the hot water. And spiritually, he gives me spiritual advice. Him and Legit Doctor and other people, when I need that spiritual advice, this is who I go to. This is my de facto pastor, right over there.
I'm trying to tell you guys, I prefer to stay in the background and not be on this program as it relates to Larry Reid. But I have to tell you, at the end of the day, my job is to protect Daryl. and I'm going to make sure that Daryl is protected. And so for those of you that are in this chat that may not understand that, you gotta, I don't care if you don't like me and you got something against me, just fall back for a little bit until you can see this come to a resolve. And I promise you, I will make sure that Daryl lands in a safe place, and so will all of these people who have supported Daryl and those individuals that are in this chat. Okay. So let me just say that. Now let me roll back to these text messages. Daryl, let's put up these text messages again.
Sure thing. I'm going to open it on email. I'm sorry, y'all, that I put it up and I had it so big and I had my banner over it. I apologize for that. So I'm going to go back in there. And thank you, everybody, for the cash apps.
And let me just also say, I have done this type of work for over 10 years. Unfortunately, some of you are not aware of that. I've dealt with preachers and pastors and scandals and all of this kind of stuff for over 10 years. So I understand the process of how this needs to go down, and we're not going to rush this. And we are not going to rush this individual in having to do something that is going to not get him the desired outcome that he needs. So everybody will need to have patience. Can you take the comment off the screen from Jeremy Jones, please?
Yes, I'm trying to see that. Where is Jeremy?
No, you don't Just click on any comment and then click it off and it'll take it off.
My bad. Oh, I didn't even realize I'd done that. I'm so sorry, y'all.
All right. Now let's scroll back up. Okay. Mr. Larry, who determines that, now let me tell you something about Larry and people like him and people like Bernard Jordan and these types of people. They lead by intimidation. They lead by trying to intimidate other individuals to sort of keep their mouths shut. And they lead by trying to use all sort of, mental head games by trying to prevent these people from telling their stories. Let me be very, very clear, ladies and gentlemen. When we started down this road over a year ago, we knew where this was going to ultimately land us. We knew that. We just prepared ourselves and we continued to do the work that was necessary. I told you, Larry, that you should have just backed away and apologized for the stuff, because we knew this stuff a long time ago, sir. But we were trying to give you room enough to be respectful. But because of your narcissism and your inability to just apologize for the stuff that you had done, now you have gotten yourself in a whole heap of water. Let's go up. Is this the first text message?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, it says, "Hey, blank, I spoke to Mako. He said he saw you and he asked why I deleted you. And consequently, one other person from friends list. I explained I had laugh out loud. I'll hit you tomorrow. Nice chatting out to you in March." Now, see, here's what he's doing now. He knows he's in the hot water. That's why he went ahead and he unfriended him. Let me just tell you something else. He unfriended him because if you're going to serve someone or try and serve someone with a cease and desist letter, you can't be friends with them on social media and at the same time trying to serve them with a cease and desist letter. Okay, so he is trying to preemptively place himself in a place to where it looks as if he's had no communication with this individual. Okay, I need you guys to understand that. Then he says, "I'll hit you up tomorrow." Why are you talking to him, or why are you saying to him it was nice chatting with him in March? Okay, it says to chat and that we were supposed to chat when you go ahead to the next one. When you were ready. I later had a vision the first week of May where I heard convo you were a part of concerning me and church. So he's trying to now take this into a spiritual level, saying that he saw a conversation in the spirit between him and this other individual. Larry, you didn't have to have a vision to have that conversation in the spirit, because you know exactly what you had done. So you don't need to have a conversation in the spirit when you know the stuff that you had done. Now, see, this is what church folks do. They over spiritualize basic natural things. And then you have to have people like myself that will bring some of you super saved saints back down to the ground so that you can deal with the reality of the stuff that you have done and that you have caused. Okay? So he says, I was a part of that convo, right? I would think that you would elect to have with me, especially because of our last communication here on Facebook. He says, I decided that same hour to unfriend you or unfriendly because it was clear that there was something that definitely needed to be discussed. Of course, there was something that needed to be discussed, Larry. You knew exactly what needed to be discussed. And if you knew something needed to be discussed, why would you then turn around and unfriend the individual when you knew that there was something that needed to be discussed? If there was something that needed to be discussed, why would you discuss it? Social media is definitely a place that you guys have been communicating with back and forth before then. So why wouldn't you just continue that discussion? Okay, let's continue. He says, but for some reason you didn't want to talk directly to me. Of course not. Why would somebody who has been the victim of somebody's foolishness want to talk directly to you? First of all, I'm going to want to whoop your ass. I'm not going to want to have no conversation with you. I'm going to want to fuck you all the way up. And excuse my French. I'm just saying. So of course I'm not going to want to have no conversation. And then he says, when Mako told me you asked, I felt I owed you an explanation. An explanation of what? An explanation of what? Although I had rather you just inbox and friends list. I explained I had wait.
I'm going down to the. I was getting a lot of it. Here it is.
He says, needed to be discussed as I felt in March. What was it? Although I'd rather you just inbox me and ask me, but under the circumstances, I see why you.
And then that's when it cut off.
Okay. And my thing is, under what circumstances? Why in the world? What circumstances is he under? Or what circumstances are there that would create an atmosphere by which there would no longer be a need to communicate with you? So let's just be here, ladies and gentlemen. This requires critical thinking, and it also requires discussion. And it also requires somebody who doesn't get into the trap of the mysticalness of Larry Reid's jargon, because Larry tries to over spiritualize this, and he tries to use sorcery and witchcraft to keep people from clearly being able to see things, because Larry has a spirit of control and sorcery on him, along with his mentor. Yeah, I said it. So let's continue. He says here, hey, Reid, so it's clear that the convo I had with PB was
PB is Pastor Bryant Shamako.
Okay, PB was misrepresented. So let me clarify. And he ain't no damn pastor.
I know, but that's what they called him when he was
right. I got it. I know. Because he's still. But look at this. Through the midst of this, he's still trying to have respect for these people. You feel me? So that just goes to tell you about the strength of his character. So I'm not even.
Right.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
So he says, I didn't ask him why you deleted me. I told him I noticed you deleted me. So he's then correcting the lie that Shamako told or said was that I didn't ask him why you deleted me. I just told him I noticed that you deleted me. Okay. So he says, when I went to the message you a few weeks ago, you don't owe me an explanation. You don't owe me. Where am I at? An explanation for anything. You decided to do with your life. Now, here's the thing. Stop right there. Because I needed to give y'all some understanding here. What's being said here is what, and I'm sure that now the victim hasn't said this to me, but because I've had to deal with this situation in times past, so I understand what's being done here. So let me give y'all a breakdown of what's being done here. When he says you don't owe me an explanation for anything you decided to do with your life, what Larry has done and what Larry will probably not admit to, and this is my speculation here, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to tell you this is my speculation, but this is my speculation based on my history of dealing with stuff like this in the past. Okay, let me tell you very clearly what this is. This is now Larry Reid trying to tell him, or this young person, that he moved on with his life, and because his life is so what he thinks is better and grandiose at this point in time in his life, that he thinks that this individual is coming to him at this particular time. But Larry has known about this situation for several years. Not just this just didn't happen overnight. So all of you LRLers that's been supporting him, when Larry was over there talking about fatherless children and daddies who don't do their kids right and telling everybody else's business, Larry knew he had this entire situation going on behind the scenes.
Yes, he did.
Had this whole situation going. Go ahead, Daryl.
And let me make sure you all realize this. Larry has known about the police report since 2018. And he's been sitting around for the last 3 years acting like nothing happened. He knows that they contacted him, but he played like nothing goes on, like this is a big shock to him. Larry has known about that police report since it took place in August of 2018. He's known about it because the detective called him. Okay, go ahead, Marcel.
He says, it's not that I was uncomfortable asking you why. I just wasn't interested. If deleting me and this person, one of the things it takes to make your life more enjoyable, then I encourage it. Now listen what he said. He said, look, if that makes your life more enjoyable or that makes your life better, you do that.
Do you?
And he said, honestly, if a vision was enough, which I don't believe, and let me just say to the individual, I don't believe it either. I don't believe none of the damn visions that Larry Reid has. And see, here's another thing I want to say to all of you supporters who get mad at us for telling the truth. What you all are doing is also showing who your heart and your trust and faith and hope is really truly in, because it cannot be in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It cannot be there. Your true faith, hope, and love and justice is found in the idol that you created in your mind that brings you all the juicy information that you just feel like you just gotta you need. Because it's one thing to commentate on stories. It's another one to dig in digital trash cans and try and out people and bring people's information out. That's the difference. And I just wanted to say that publicly for those of you that are following us and that are in this chat who are real commentators. It's different from being a commentator versus somebody who's out there trying to ruin these other folks' lives. That's the difference. Because we don't talk about things unless those things become public. But because Larry decided that he wanted to put our names out there and he wanted to call us liars and he wanted to do the things that he did, we just decided to let everything unfold, and we decided to bring everything to the light because we knew what kind of person Larry was a long time ago. And we told you we couldn't say everything and we couldn't tell you everything. We told you that a long time ago. Y'all need to understand, I do not put any information out in the public like this unless there is something to corroborate it. I told Daryl the same thing. Daryl, we don't just put information out, and we don't talk about information unless you can back up the things that you say. Now, we don't get on here saying we're the most integral vloggers and we and all of this and we got the best platform. But one thing we will tell you is that we ain't coming out here and we ain't telling you no damn lies.
Not a one. Not a one. And I feel vindicated.
And you should. And he said, if a vision was enough, which I don't believe, for you to make a in the moment decision to delete me from your social media without pursuing a conversation of almost 10 years of relationship history, we were never as close as I wanted to believe all these years anyway, bruh. You don't owe me anything.
Let me skip down. You don't owe me. There we go. There we go. You don't owe me anything.
Even your explanation for why you deleted us agrees with my logic. You were able to rationalize that conversation needed to happen, and in response to that realization, you decided deleting us was best. That's not the way you respond in a relationship that has value to you. At least that's what you told me. Now, let me tell you what Larry has done. Larry has been keeping this victim in a vortex of believing that he was in a remorseful place or a sorrowful place because of the things that he has done. And this is typically what victimizers do to their victim. They try and keep their victim on the hook emotionally to them so that they feel like there's some sort of connection to them, and they never own up to the responsibility of the actions that they took. I'm going to repeat what I just said for the slow motherfuckers in the back.
Take your time.
I'm going to say it again for you. What most happens with people who perpetrate things against their victims, they will typically try to keep their victims on the hook emotionally so that the person will not make a clear, conscious decision to move forward with some type of recourse around the actions that have been taking place against them. And so they keep them on the hook emotionally, and Larry tries to do it also spiritually as well. And so now this young man has had to make a conscious decision to say enough is enough. And if this is what you consider to be a good relationship, or a relationship that warrants you unfriending me and not even doing the decent thing and having a conversation with me, then you go about your business and you do you. He said, I was never aware of the circumstance being created. We don't talk. Did you see what he said? We don't have no conversation. We don't have no conversation.
Not a one. Let me scroll on down. It gets a little better. Let's see. We don't talk. Let's see. There, we don't talk. Oh, here we go. At least that's what we don't talk. Okay, here we go. Go ahead. We don't talk.
My initial intent was for wanting to inbox you was to let you know I forgive you. How about this, ladies and gentlemen? He forgave him. Yep. The last 18 months have taught me a lot about my relationship with myself. So he's forgiven the fool. He's forgiven the dummy for what he did, but the dummy can't really. He knows what he did, and he knows trying to be preemptive to the stuff that he's done. And I don't know how many people is in this chat, but shout out to all of you that are supporting the Cigar Vlogger. I'm going to take a moment right here and pause and say, hit the like button. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, because we are not about to let this train stop. The train has already moved on the tracks, and we will see this thing to the end. So if you want to make sure that you stay abreast when we are in front of the courtroom and we are coming out of the courtroom, you better make sure you subscribe to this channel, and you better hit the like button, because this train ain't going nowhere. And for those of you that's so worried about me being over here today, understand you didn't subscribe to my channel. You just subscribed to the Cigar Vloggers channel, because I support him and the work that he's doing, just so you know.
And for those of you that have a problem with my brother being here with me, you might as well leave now, because he came and got my back when everybody else turned on me. And I will not turn on him, Roxanne, or Kimberly, ever. Now, let us continue.
The last 18 months have taught me a lot about my relationship with myself and every other relationship in my life. Let me just stop here. I want to take a moment here, because this is really serious, because I have dealt with a lot of people who have faced this type of trauma. And let me just say this. And he said something in earlier, and I hope people really paid attention to what he said. Being a man, and especially a black man, and having to come out and deal with this type of situation opens up a lot of things for him. And I want to first of all commend him for the strength of character, for being just a decent human being to come out and deal with the things that he's had to deal with. And I mean, when I tell you, I will have 1,000 black men standing behind him if that's what it takes. And I mean that.
I do too.
I'm not playing no games with that. I will have 1,000 black men standing in front of that courtroom to support you if that's what it takes, because I'm not playing no games.
Yes, sir. They're gonna be there.
The hard reality of this, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is this young man's situation, and he's got to live with this, and he's got to deal with this with his spouse, and he's got to deal with this with his family, and he has to come to grips with the nature of the untrustfulness that this will cause, even as it relates to spiritual people, because he told you that's why he don't fuck with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons why people don't fuck with y'all, because even in the face of the truth, you all will sit up there and play all of these games and pretend like you can't see obvious shit.
Mm-hmm. This man was hurting he was a boy for 3 years.
And I think about the weeks and the months that we've had to endure all the bullshit in these chats from all of you running around here carrying Bibles and carrying crosses, but you won't take your ass over there and ask that fool why the hell he's been doing, and he won't speak up and he won't say nothing, and why he's serving somebody with a cease and desist letter. Because if you don't believe that you did anything, why the fuck would you have to serve anybody with a cease and desist letter?
Exactly. What you hide? What you don't want out?
So once again, Larry Reid, fuck you, and fuck all of your followers. To all of them women that's over there paying for your dysfunction, fuck all of you.
Twice on Sunday.
He said, and one of them, in the fact, for the past 7 years, I've assisted in helping you believe that you did not molest me as a teenager. What did he put out there? He didn't mince no motherfucking words. He put the word in there, molest me as a teenager. He said, you've already internalized this on some level. Hell yeah, he had to, because he knows what the fuck he did.
There we go.
So don't come over here to this channel fucking with me and fucking with my friends and fucking with Daryl. Don't come over here with that bullshit, because I told y'all I don't come out here in social media, and I don't come out here telling no damn lies like that. I don't do that. And I'm not out here trying to go after Larry Reid and take away his livelihood. I'm out here to tell you guys the damn truth.
Mm-hmm. But look at these last two sentences on this text that he said to Larry. Let them get that in your voice, Marcella.
He said, but never enough to apologize. So I did the work for you.
I don't need it.
He said, I don't need it though. But I want you to understand what kind of individual you dealing with. He said, I did the work for you, even though you wouldn't fucking apologize. Now listen at all of you folks over here that's running around here talking about, well, I don't know if Larry, well, what about, well, Larry, well, let me tell you something. Larry running around here telling all of these preachers that they needed to get in front of the story, and anytime something needed to happen, that they needed to get in front of the story and they should just come out and apologize. Where was Larry's fucking apology to his victim? Because even in the text message, the victim said, you wouldn't even fucking apologize to me for the shit you did.
And he didn't get in front of this story. He just tried to bully the young man today. And the young man stood up to him and got his own lawyer.
Oh, I'm fully in control. I ain't out of control. I'm fully in control.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We're
fine. I'm more in control of this train than you have any idea.
Mm-hmm. We good. We good over here. Mm-hmm.
So so all of you folks that's been doubting Daryl and calling him crazy and allowing that old fool over there with the Jolly Green Giant Hornet and living in that crack house that Larry was using to do his dirty work. All of y'all and all your little foolishness and the little salamander that keeps poking her head out of the little cubby hole. All of you. Pay close attention, and I want y'all to draw a little closer, because what Daryl just showed you is a fucking checkmate move. You've been checkmated.
Mm-hmm. And court is on the back burner.
It's on the horizon.
Yes, sir. 2 courts, criminal and civil.
And now listen at this foolishness that Larry comes out with. This is his response after all of that. Listen how he responds it. I admit that after the vision, I should have reached out because you didn't reach out after our last communication. I figured something was up, but I waited. Let me tell you what.
Hold on. Let me read the date and time of that text message. July 15th, 2017 at 8:13 a.m.
So I want y'all to understand something. At the moment he was doing all these Larry Reid live shows, and this is even before this is even before Larry had lied on me and put out all that other mess on me, talking about I was trying to make a name for myself on him and all this crap.
Right.
Because I stopped dealing with Larry in 2018. I hadn't talked to Larry in over a year. And he brought my name back up. I believe it was in 2019.
Yes, it was.
Going back and forth 5 times on his program, talking about me, and I wasn't even watching his programs no more.
Right.
So all of you, this is the day that I just want to tell y'all, for those of you that didn't want to believe Daryl and kept talking shit every 5 minutes, I take great pleasure in telling you to kiss my ass. And don't bring your dumb asses back over here asking us them stupid ass questions no damn more when you already know what's been going on. Because we done made it plain for you stupid assholes. We done made it plain for you.
Yup.
It don't get no more plainer than this.
And this is Larry Reid talking. This ain't us. This is us reading what Larry Reid said.
After our communication, I figured something was up. You damn well know what was up. But see, this is him using that George Bloomer type language. Because see, he knows what he's doing. He know what he's doing, Daryl. He's using that George Bloomer because he's trying not to incriminate himself when he fully know what the hell he done. But see, the one thing about these courts and how this situation works, you're going to have to stand before the situation, you little monkey, because instead of you just dealing with the situation and leaving the situation alone and apologizing, your dumb ass done made the young man even madder.
And he got a lawyer today. Had you just let him tell his story, it'd have been your word against his. Now you got to go to court. And guess who his witness is going to be? One of his witnesses, the cigar vlogger, the elderly.
And I just want to let you know, me and my staff will be right there.
Oh, look out, God. Look at God.
Gonna be right there,
Oh.
you jive turkey.
Oh.
The dream was confirmation of that energy. What does he mean by energy?
What?
See, this is that mystical bullshit again with him. All this energy. He got all this energy, but he can't find the energy to apologize. Ain't that some shit?
He got energy to say stuff like this or falsely flag Kim's videos, but he don't have energy to come out and address the allegations made against him.
He said, that's why I just elected to just delete and move on, because I felt you weren't interested in the convo at that point. What convo does somebody want to have with a motherfucker who won't even apologize for the bullshit that they've done and the pain and the anguish and the agony that they've caused?
Now, mind you, Marcellus, he got alleged. We got to say alleged until he go to court from 14 to 17. And then this young man, 2 years later, got married when he was 19.
And can you imagine having to come to grips with that and deal with all of that in the middle of all of that situation?
And his wife didn't find out until after they got married.
Of course, because that young man isn't going to want to come out and admit to the stuff that happened to him. He's not going to want to admit to that. And he talked a lot about that. And maybe at another point, Daryl, we need to really talk about that and the effects of, you know, this type of stuff when it comes to the black community, because coming forward with this kind of situation puts him in a different light, period. And, you know, especially when it comes to people in the church, because people in the church can be so, you know, judgmental. They can be so dismissive, you know, because go ahead.
Like you said, if it was and he said it too, say if it was a woman or a girl, everybody rallies around. Well, except Larry, because the woman came out, he called her a witch and a Jezebel and a whore. But most of the time when a lady comes out that she's been harmed, people rally to their support and their aid. But when it's a young man, it's like you're on an island all to yourself.
Right. And I just have to tell you, for those of you that are upset with my choice of language tonight, be more upset at what happened to the young man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Forget my language. Be upset at what happened, and also be upset at the fact that your beloved vlogger has refused to tell you the truth. Be upset with that.
Be upset that you paid $144 a year for him to lie to you, and you're supporting his dysfunction with your donations. How about that?
And if you're gonna still do it, you know what Bishop Earl Carter said: you crazy, you dumb, and you stupid. And I believe that Bishop Carter was right. You crazy, you dumb, and you stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't give a shit whether you give him $144. I never have. I don't give shit whether you give him money. But I do want to let you know you're crazy, you're dumb, and you're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And I know one thing, I'm not funding nobody's dysfunction, and I damn sure ain't going to fund nobody's ability to lie and not tell the truth.
Mm-mm. 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 Not me. No. Mm-mm. This boy here, Larry.
He says that was my presumption. That isn't your fault. It was just that I elected to do, and that wasn't the best thing to do because it told you and her something about how I felt concerning both of you that wasn't true. Oh, if I misrepresented what Mako said, then put that on me and not on him. So let me tell you what Larry's doing. Larry's playing mind games here. Mm-hmm. And see, you gotta know what you're dealing with when you deal with somebody like Larry Reid. And see, one of the reasons why Larry cannot deal with real men and people who speak truth to power and really tell the truth is because we can see through his bullshit
all day.
And see, you can't over spiritualize stuff for me, sir, because I done been all up and through the church. I was the guy, the young man, the little boy who arrived at church before everybody else and had to turn the heat on before the rest of you bastards even got there. I was already in the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
So I done made it from scraping gum off of the floor and off of the back of the pews to downstairs in the dining hall, getting the gum up off the floor all the way to the pulpit. So I went from the bottom all the way up. That's why you're not going to intimidate me, and you ain't going to make me feel bad about telling nothing about you and nothing about preachers like you. You're not going to make me feel bad about none of that.
Mm-mm.
And for those of you that just have a problem with my language, oh well.
Because you know I cuss and drink and smoke. So if you got a problem with Marcellus, you sure got a problem with me.
And now, yes, he's going to have to put out money for a lawsuit, and we'll be telling you guys moving forward about how things are going to go with that and what we're going to, if we need any assistance with that, we'll let y'all know, because we're not willing to just leave this young man out to dry. That's what we're not going to do.
Not at all. I got his back.
Liar, pants on fire. I'm sick of this foolishness. And he says, as far as me and you and our relationship, we have talked and re-talked, but we clearly should have talked more the last few months for.
Let me slide down. Concerned about how I felt concerned about you wasn't. Oh, okay.
There it is. You went. Right, he
there.
says, see, clearly now that he says, the last few months for me, you wouldn't believe the things I see so clearly now, and the many mistakes. The many mistakes. What mistakes are those?
What are those? Ooh, what mistakes are we talking about?
He won't. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. When you're dealing with a narcissist, especially somebody like Larry's never going to admit to the mistakes. He can't even admit to the fact that he lied on me. He couldn't even admit to the fact that with Daryl that he had taken a bribe.
Mm-hmm. And I got the paperwork on this table.
He couldn't admit it.
With his signature on it. And he still denied it.
Because he's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does. He lies. And he says, oh, I see clearly now, and the many mistakes. I've apologized till I'm blue in the face, publicly and individually, when the universe afforded the opportunity to talk to people personally, and vice versa. What did you apologize for, Larry? And I just want to tell you, Larry, I've talked to some preachers in North Carolina, and you've also told some other lies.
A whole bunch of them.
Just so you know. This whole, see, one thing about social media, and I will tell y'all, social media allows people to create a persona for themselves that really doesn't exist. You done lied and told your followers about you preaching in your denomination and some of the stuff that you said on your platform. You done flat out lied, and other preachers have corroborated the fact that you done lied.
That you ain't never preached at no conventions, nowhere, no whatever them conferences is, none of that. You've never been in the pulpit for none of them. The only thing you ever did was sing. And not that good at that.
Yeah, sir. I told you, just be quiet, but you didn't want to do it. Keep going. Hopefully one day you will want to talk. The young man told you he didn't want to talk to you no more. Why would he? Just like you trying to get Jimmy Battles to talk with George Bloomer. That's so y'all can put them spells on these folks, and y'all can over spiritualize it so that they feel indebted to you to keep their mouths closed, like some kind of way you're sort of you're some sort of euphoric spiritual person that they shouldn't speak out against you and all of the horrible things that you've done. So you just keep them quiet and you push them into the background, into oblivion, so that they have to deal with and suffer in silence and deal with the hurt and the pain and the trauma of the things that you've done. You just push them in the back. I told you, Larry, I didn't get started with this stuff yesterday. I've been doing this for quite some time, sir.
And the only reason he came back because we asked him to. He was perfectly fine being in the background, but we kept asking him until he decided to come back out here.
You guys have to stop. Preachers like this have to stop. And I told you, Larry, this is what I do. I go after preachers who do the crap that you do. And you are a classic case of a narcissistic, spellbound, in my humble opinion, perpetrator.
Lord have mercy. And then you tried to put a nice little bow on it and say, well, here's my private cell phone number. And that was how you ended that conversation, that conversation.
And I know that all of you guys are watching, because I hear that old Green Hornet done ran over there to another vlogger's channel trying to defend Larry Reid on somebody else's channel. We gonna come listen here, you dumb. You know, some of you guys will take a train and y'all will just stand in front of it and let it roll you right on over.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Daryl. I just got upset.
No, go ahead, brother, because I'm sipping this nice fine Kentucky whiskey.
But thank you guys for supporting Daryl and super chatting Daryl, because it's more than just a notion to put yourself out here like this. You know, it's more than just a notion to take all of the darts and the arrows for the months that Daryl has had to sit up here and take darts and arrows. You know,
I'm just going to look into the camera.
And I told y'all at some point we've just gotten to the place, and I'm sorry, and I have to apologize if you guys felt that we were being rude or nonchalant. But at some point we just have to get tired of telling y'all the same basic shit over and over again. We're not lying. We don't have to lie.
What do we gain from lying? What do we gain from it?
We put the shit out here. We give you court documents. He come and tell you that the court documents was falsified. We tell you dumbasses, well, go look them up yourselves. And you come back, well, I don't know if he did. Well, why do he? It don't have his name on the paper. It got his address, and the man done come out and told you that it was him. So what else the hell you need?
And then he had his lawyer to try to bully the victim today.
God help him.
But the court is coming. The court, and we still gonna do the interview, the full one, once his attorney gives the green light.
Well, Tony Smith, stay around, sir, and when we put that thing together, we'll let you guys know.
Yes.
And y'all just subscribe to the channel, please, and hit the like button, because this is where everything goes down, so we can let you guys know what's going on. I'm sick of this shit. I am, man.
Ain't nobody told not one lie. The young man came on tonight and told you what he had to say, and he done lawyered up. So Larry, big bad Larry, trying to throw his weight around. Now you got to throw your weight around in a courtroom. And I'll be there.
Because I know one thing. If you accuse me of molestation, I'm going the fuck off.
Yeah, because I ain't did that. I'm like, no, I didn't. I ain't do that. You a lie? We going to go to court. But
please.
For 3 weeks, he ain't said a thing.
He go live from his basement. He go live from his mama house. He go live in the car. He go live everywhere. He should have took his black ass where he could have went live and apologized in front of his victim and made the situation right. You go live everywhere else, nigga.
Kentucky, the beach.
The airport.
Airport's looking over your shoulder. But you still ain't addressed that accusation. You address everything else. You talk about Jimmy Battles. You talk about Victor Cousins. You talk about the Walls family. Talked about everything but what you did. And then the victim got tired of you today. He said, that motherfucker had the audacity to victimize me and then try to have his lawyers put a cease and desist on me. I'm going all the way with this. See you in court. And the vlogger didn't lie.
No, of course you didn't lie, Daryl. I've been saying this for over a year. And and it just irks the shit out of me. You come over here and you do a live and people in the chat tell me, well, when you come to my channel, they want to know, well, why is Marcellus over here with you? And why are you over here with Marcellus? And I keep trying to tell y'all from the get-go, I wasn't going to leave Daryl out here by himself, period.
And I ain't turning my back on him, period.
Because if we gonna go down in the ship, we gonna be in the ship together, Jack.
Throwing the hell, bailing the hell out some water out the boat. And guess what? If the boat do sink, we know how to swim. Cause we ain't lying. Ain't no weights around our necks. We can swim all the way to the shore safely. Cause we ain't got nothing to hide. Neither one of us. We sleep good at night. Every time we wake up in the morning, man, how you sleep? Oh man, I slept good last night.
Well, I just want to say to all of you bloggers and vloggers who've been covering this story, I've been going around the internet, although I don't comment on everybody's stuff. I do listen to you. Some of you guys have great and valid points. There was a young lady that I listened to, Daryl, and she was talking about the fact that, we all have our own tribes. Every vlogger has a tribe. And it can get a little cliquish and cultish at times, and it feels that way. But that's one of the reasons why it's so important for you to come out here and not try to put yourself on a pedestal and walk humbly. All we are is people in a box talking. We're just giving commentary to stuff. I am nobody special. All I'm doing is talking. That's it. I'm a vlogger. That's what I do.
That's it. I just, as Larry Reid would say, I only report on what's already in the public spaces.
Yeah, that's all. But
and Larry, you are in the public spaces. I'm sorry. I'm enjoying this. I'm not even gonna lie. Shit, I'm enjoying.
Well, it's so funny. It's so funny. It is so funny how people can come out here and try to windmill for people. Mm-hmm. It's so funny, but that's all right. I see. He done got his little helper, the little green hornet over there in his crack shack, out here trying to continue the foolishness for Larry Reid, because we've already been told you live in a crack house, and there ain't shit you can ever tell me. You now you really should go somewhere and shut up.
We got the audio of your crack house, and that video that you put back up, I'm gonna let you get some more clicks, likes, and views on that, and then I'm gonna shut your page down, sir. You have 48 hours to take that mess down, and then I'm gonna deal with you.
Now go run tell that.
Yeah. Because he busy right now. He got legal problems. You are very low on his to-do list now, Sonny boy. You are very low on his to-do list. So your problems with me, he ain't concerned about. You on your own, and you ain't built for this. I'm coming to get you.
The church is the only place that can rob you, and nobody will call the police. That's what Leandria Johnson said. They'll rob you of your money, your self-respect, your dignity, because what Larry won't admit to is he took something from this young man.
His innocence.
He took it. And that needs
to apologize.
And needs to be talked about. So Larry, I expect you to go live in a couple of days. You're going to say something now, Larry, or you're going to say that everything is made up? Are you going to say these text messages is made up?
With your phone number? Your private number, as you said at the end of this, this is my private number. We got that.
I'm just saying. And honestly, because I don't wish any ill will on that your other young vlogger. The only thing I will say, because I'm not going to say his name. Here's the thing, because I'm not supporting no foolishness no more. All of these vloggers, I'm not supporting you. I'm not saying your name. I ain't doing none of that. All I'm going to tell you is you're being used and you can't even see it. Mm-hmm. Some of you are, you can be bought off with a few trinkets.
A Cadillac with 3 hubcaps.
You just somebody give you a little trinkets and you out here windmilling for somebody. Okay, well you keep windmilling because you know what's gonna get caught in the windmill. You are, and it's gonna chop your head right off. So you keep it up, sir.
Cause the vlogger's coming. I'll be seeing you soon.
Now y'all go say we made this up.
You're gonna make up the victim coming on and telling you what happened to him? You're going to make up the text message? I made up the text messages with his private number that I blotted out so he wouldn't say I'm doxing him?
And for all of you that are supporting Daryl, I really appreciate it. Continue to support Daryl. Some of you that are listening in this chat right now who doubted Daryl, and you lied on Daryl and you said all mean kind of stuff about Daryl, you need to send him a Cash App and say, Daryl, I apologize for not at least waiting to hear the rest of the matter. You ought to get on your phone right now and send Daryl a Cash App, and just send. All you need to put in the subject line is I'm sorry. That's what you need to, because some of you commenters and some of you people that left all of these rude, evil messages in the comment section, you need to send a Cash App right now. I'm sorry. That's what you need to do.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And I thank you for all of you that are doing. I can't even see it. I don't know. And for those of you that are worried about why I'm sitting here, them ain't none of my Cash Apps. Those are Daryl's Cash Apps. But I celebrate with my brother. Well, send him a Cash App, and you need to put in the subject line, I'm sorry.
Oh, so he done hopped on Jay Wilson's after Jay Wilson got
I wasn't going to say his name. You shouldn't have said his name.
Oh, my bad. Anyway, stay on over there with your 67 people watching. Go on ahead. Go on ahead. Go on ahead.
I ain't giving them no clicks and no views.
I'll be dealing with y'all soon. I'm just getting warmed up. It's gonna be a long, hot summer. It's gonna be a long, hot summer.
And you know the funny thing about some of these vloggers, they run around, and they allow these people to do this stuff, and they just. It's just so sad. It really is. It's just so sad. And it's like no matter what, in the face of evidence, they will still go, oh, well, I wonder well, the man said it out of his own mouth. That wasn't us talking. That was him. So now he lying. Okay. So what y'all gonna do when the rest of the victims come forward? They lying too?
Yeah, because this just one. This ain't the others. This just the first one. This just the one of several. They coming.
So let me just say this: Tasha K, T.S. Madison. What's that people over there at T.S. Madison's camp? What's them folks' name?
Craig, the writer, infamous Chi.
Yeah. All y'all over there that was asking him all them questions on that one TV or that one program I saw, and he lied on Daryl, talking about he couldn't talk to Daryl because he had a
restraining order out against him.
Total lie. So what we gonna do now, ladies and gentlemen? Are we just gonna say that the victim didn't come out and just tell his story, so all of this is just made up? Okay, y'all gone with y'all stupid, dumb, and crazy selves. And to Earl Carter, shout out to Earl Carter.
Bishop Earl Carter. Yes, sir. Let me get something straight while you talking about Bishop Carter. You go right ahead. The only thing that pertains to me and Larry Reid, ladies and gentlemen, you can't see it, is this police report that I filed when they put out that bogus murder plot video. I filed a police report against Larry and Conscious TV. This is the only thing that I've ever filed as it pertains to Larry. And I submitted it to YouTube when I had that video taken down that Conscious TV has put back up, which I will now have them take his entire channel down because that video was not supposed to go back up because I filed a police report and turned it into YouTube. So I'll be dealing with you soon, sir.
And as a matter of fact, I need to get I'll get the fax number to the legal team for YouTube so you could just fax it straight to the legal team.
Thank you. That'll expedite everything. Thank you.
Yeah. So, you folks just have to wake up and you have to stop being silly, and I celebrate with you, Daryl, on today. I thank God that, we had the faith and the patience. What did I tell y'all on April the 20th of 2020? I said facts, flaws, and God's protection. So I want to tell this young man that just came on here tonight, and if you're still listening to this program,
Mm-hmm.
you got the facts. You may be flawed, but you got God's protection.
All day.
And God's going to protect you, and He's going to give you everything that you need in order for you to get what you need. So don't you fret. Don't you fear. Because we will hold your arms up until you are able to get to a strong place.
Yes,
And I pray for you and your wife. I pray for your family. I pray for all of those who surround you, that they understand that it takes a lot of strength and courage for you to come forward. And I stand with you, and I stand with your family, and I stand with all of those individuals. And let me just say, this is a total day of vindication.
Because on 420 day, I don't even smoke reefers. And it's 420 day. Ah!
Here is the situation. George Floyd's murderer was hauled off today in handcuffs.
Yep.
And I want to say this. I want to say this, Larry. If you believe in dreams and visions and signs, handcuffs, this might be a sign to you.
8 years later, after your prophecy. The wind. You said the wind was coming. That was in 2013. This is 2021. The wind is now here.
You might want to reconsider. You might want to humble yourself, Larry,
and pray.
And go to that individual and do some real soul searching and some real introspection and deal with it. Larry, by the way, now I don't need your apology because I know I'm never gonna get it, and neither is Daryl. But you need to apologize to all of the people over there that's been giving you that money that you've been lying to. You need to apologize to those people because you lied to them, and you know you lied to them.
Yep.
And that's all I got. God bless all of you tonight. I appreciate all of your wonderful, kind words. I thank you to even the folks in the bushes who can't stand my black ass. Thank y'all so much, because I know you don't like me, but it's okay, because guess what? I'm still going to be over here with my finger up in the air, just like Eminem in 8 Mile saying fuck the free world and fuck Larry Reid. I don't give three shits about what Larry Reid says or does. So just so you know, this train ain't stopping. It's going to keep moving.
I'll see you in court, sir. I'll see you in court. You can't lie in court. That's perjury.
And how? Wait a minute. I got another question before you finish that. How is that other vlogger gonna go over there and say that somebody lying? He don't know that young man, and he don't know what transpired between. You understand what I'm saying? We just talked to the young man himself. You understand what I'm saying? So how is he over there on somebody else's platform talking about something didn't happen? How would he know that?
He needs somewhere to go. He's irrelevant. He's just a old pill-popping queen with green hair. And his day has come and gone, and he needs somewhere to land.
You know what, Daryl?
By himself.
Every time I hear him or see him, I get the niggerfoot ministry. You know what the niggerfoot ministry is?
No, but I know you about to tell me.
I want to take this niggerfoot and put it so far up his ass, because I'm so sick of him. I just feel like the niggerfoot ministry need to go forth. Just kick that nigga right in his ass and go somewhere and sit down, dude. You're whirlwinding and you're windmilling for somebody you shouldn't. You've been fooled. You've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled, boy.
But I'm coming to deal with you real soon, sir. Because you want my attention. You got it.
I'm just saying, I need to get in some deep niggerfoot ministry. I just want to take this niggerfoot and put it so far up some of y'all asses it just don't make no sense. Now, let's say, for instance, let's give another scenario.
Okay.
Let's give another scenario before we get out of here.
Okay.
Let's say we just made all this up. Let's just say all the text messages. Let's just say the police report is fake. Let's
say he just somebody I had to come on pretending to be a victim.
All of it. Yeah, we found some nigga on the street who just came up here and said this is what happened to him. Good question for all of you guys. Then why wouldn't Larry at least speak on it or say something about it?
Bingo! They lying on me, y'all. He ain't even said that. He ain't said Daryl's lying. He ain't said, because he loves to call me a liar and everything else. If I were lying, if he'd have came out as much as they believe everything he say, if he'd have said Daryl Moore is lying, that would have been the end of it as far as his followers was concerned, because they would have believed him right off the rip. Daryl lying on me. That'd have been, he'd have had his core base supporting him, rocking with him to the bitter end. Larry said that Daryl's lying. That's all I need to hear. But he didn't even do that. Because why? I'm telling the truth.
Yeah. Okay, Larry. Okay, all you followers. Shout out to how many of you all that are here, because I have no idea.
1,200 people.
Shout out to the 1,200 people of you that are watching. Please make sure that you hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please make sure that you support Daryl Moore and stop all y'all foolishness. Don't send Daryl no more stupid ass messages talking about he lying or he crazy and all this other foolishness. Don't y'all do that no more, because you know what?
I'm gonna cuss your ass out.
You got it. You got it. There you go. Because we've been nice up until this point, and we tried to tell y'all in a nice way. We was getting tired of that. So, you know, we tired. Now we really done tired. So if you come up in these comments acting a fool, just understand something. You're going to get cussed out, deleted, and the block ministry is going to hit your black ass.
Mm-hmm. So everybody that's leaving this video tonight, share it with all of your friends. And for those of you that are LRLers that are in the bushes, scared to make a comment because Larry already threatened to delete and block you, go back to him and say, Larry, what is this about what Daryl said, and what about what the victim said tonight? I need to hear from you.
And anybody that's going to try to align themselves with that other vlogger so that he can lie and try to weasel his way out of this, I want you to understand something. The members of the A-Team are an elite squad. I done told y'all we are an elite squad. And you might see 4 of us, but there is an elite squad of folks behind us. Understand that. And so we're going to deal with you so you can align yourself with this fool if you want to, and then you're going to be next on the list.
But what he don't realize, Marcellus, what he's doing now and what he has been doing for the last 2 years, he is also liable because he's an employee of Larry Reid, because Larry bought him a car in exchange for his services.
Yeah, so we all know that.
He's like Green Hair Goblin. You are now liable civilly. You won't be charged criminally, but you'll be held liable in the civil court because you are a party to all of this. You helped further this lie. So when you get your subpoena, sir, just bring your best green wig and your go-go boots and get ready to testify in a court of law.
Oh, yeah, because we're coming. And see, we done warned you anyway, young man. We done warned you to just go somewhere and sit down and shut up, but you still want to raise your head up because nobody's listening to you. And you're over there whining on your channel talking about YouTube unghost you and because you done bought all of them followers and now ain't nobody over there watching you. And so now you want to bring yourself up into a situation so that you can seem relevant. Guess what? We're not going to even acknowledge you. I know I'm not. I'm not saying 3 sentences about your green-haired ass. Go somewhere and sit down some damn where.
Go on now. Get
in your crack house. Go
on now, because I'm going to be playing them audios of you when you held your ex-fiance hostage and he had to get the police to get up out of there. I'm going to play that again. Since you want to talk about me, you lie on me, I'm going to tell the truth on you. The audio of what you did is 2 audios of you. And we had to raise money to get him to a safe place away from you. We had to pay for him a hotel, for him to have somewhere to stay that night. And we put him on a plane the next day so he could fly home. The A-Team subscribers and supporters raised money and CashApp and paid for him a hotel stay and a one-way plane ticket back home to get away from you so he would be in a safe place. After you attacked him, you put your hands on him. Yes, you did. And we got the audio.
Well, I'm just so pleased. We're an hour and 34 minutes in.
Yeah.
I want to let's Kimberly or Roxanne, y'all have something y'all want to add? Because I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on tonight.
Yes.
You want me to send the link in the private chat, or what? Can I send it?
Go ahead. Go right ahead, brother.
I know. I don't think I can. You have to do it. Send it to them. Roxanne, you guys just get on your phone. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this.
I'm going to send it to you ladies in Facebook over there real quick because I want to hear what y'all got to say. And then I'm going to go on get over here and finish this nice bottle of whiskey. because I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, you should feel real good.
I'm feeling vindicated. I feel up. I feel really positive. I graduate with my paralegal certificate. Larry and others. I do legal research, so I'm not the one you want to mess with. I keep trying to tell y'all. I've told you several times. I am trained. Kim and Roxanne is in our group chat on Facebook. The link to the StreamYard.
Yeah, I want to hear from Kim and Roxanne. That's who I want to hear from.
I keep telling y'all, I got, since 1987, my undergraduate's in pre-law, political science, my master's degree in education administration. Now I'm getting a certificate in paralegal studies. I do this. I do research the law. This is what I do. And you messing with me? Oh, bad career move. Bad career move on your part. But I got time because I graduate in 3 weeks. I take my last final next week. After that, I'm done. So I got all the time I need this summer to deal with y'all. Oh, hey, girl. How you doing?
I am doing really good. Y'all been giving me life this whole last hour and a half. I've been trying to concentrate on being the moderator of the year because we've had some trolls and some visitors over here, and oh, that's my dog again. Damn! Every time I get on here, he gives. Hey, Roxanne.
What's up?
Roxanne, you okay?
What's going on?
That was the dog.
That was the dog.
Are you playing something? Yeah.
Me?
Oh,
no.
Okay, that's better.
Oh, my email. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
one
can
of us
hear
getting
you now.
feedback.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. What's going on? Speak
So,
your mind.
Roxanne, what are your thoughts right now? What are you thinking?
Well, what I do know is for a man to come forward and admit that he was sexually molested is very difficult. It's very difficult. And a lot of men don't. They just refuse to. We've talked about that on my channel. Nobody lies about anything like that. Not a black man. I've never, ever seen that happen. A black man lying about something so serious, especially when it's married. That just doesn't happen. But I want us to stop calling him a victim and start calling him a survivor.
Yes.
All right.
Because
All right.
he survived long enough to be able to get married. You know. So he survived.
Good point,
He knows
Roxanne.
enough to be in counseling. He knows that much. So he's doing a pretty good job, if I may say so myself. Because we don't like counseling. We don't.
That's true. That's true. That is so true.
And if I was a man, I would kick Larry Reid's ass for him. If I was a man. That's all I have to say. Oh, and please, guys, please sub to my channel.
Right.
Please do.
Yeah,
And we
y'all
put the link in the chat.
Yeah,
and
please.
Roxanne had a very good video yesterday about self-love. And if you want to talk about your story, to speak your truth, please email her as well.
And I am part of the A team, so you do want to get notifications when all four of us are on my channel. So that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, girl.
You're so welcome, Roxanne. I love you. You know that. And so
I support you all the way.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad to get you. So he's no longer a victim. He's a survivor. We have to remember that. Kimberly, let me see your transcript. The right arm of justice. Let me have your thoughts. What do you think?
What I said before, I agree with Roxanne. He is black man. BBM is a survivor. He did, and those of you who were late, he spoke earlier. So you got to watch the replay. No, he did not give his name because there are court proceedings and things that he has to do, and plus we believe about protecting his identity. Survivors have rights, just like defendants have rights. And like I said before in my other two videos, Larry Reid took advantage, molested a teenager who was not able to give consent. So as far as I'm concerned, go to jail and go to hell.
And that's still alleged. We'll say alleged for now.
Alleged. Yeah, so he can allegedly go to jail and go to hell. And like I said, maybe it's better that I'm not God and I don't make those decisions about where you go when you die. Because I feel like anyone who abuses children, you are the scum of the earth. That's whether you're a teacher, a parent, a minister, a priest, someone who is in charge of others, and you do this.
Special place in hell.
Exactly.
All day.
I believe.
And also to the people who came into the chat, because y'all were upset about cursing. Are y'all the same ones who was upset about Kirk Franklin cursing his son out? I'm gonna need y'all. This, like I said in the chat, this is not a church show. This is not a religious show. We are talking about a church and religious person who's allegedly committing criminal and immoral acts. So that means you're gonna hear cursing. And there's no commandment that says thou shalt not curse. So y'all need to chill out.
Well, Kimberly, I just want to say to you, to Daryl, to Roxanne, this has been a long mountain to climb. And we have had to sit back and be quiet and not say nothing and
all of my good days.
You know what I'm saying? We've had to sit back.
I won't complain.
You realize we even argued about this.
Yeah, I mean, people just don't really understand the amount of turmoil and stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and people don't even realize how many people that we've had to talk to, Daryl and myself, and Victor Cousins. If you're watching,
emails, how many putting stuff together, verifying sources, stuff that we discussed last year. We had to put aside, and then it came right back in our face this year. Like, oh, wait a minute, we had this the whole time,
and didn't know it.
Now let me just
know it.
I don't know how you organized it, Daryl.
We didn't, because we had so much, and we didn't realize what we had.
I think we all had like different files.
Yeah, we did, because we created that file over a year ago.
Yeah,
and the funny thing is, I was like, okay, everybody, we need to create this file. We need to make sure that we keep all of this stuff as organized as we can, because eventually this is going to come back and we're going to need to methodically go through this stuff. And especially when it's time to give depositions and stuff, because when it comes to this, and see, this is what Larry don't understand. He gonna have to go and sit under oath and try and tell these judge and tell these people that he didn't do what is being said that he's done. So he gonna have to sit in front, and then he lied about that. Oh, somebody sent me another video the other day. The man is just, I can't even put no words to it, but I knew he was a liar years ago, and I was like, when I saw him kind of move through some of the stories he was telling, I was listening at him lie, and I was like, oh, okay. But I just wanted to tell you all, I love and appreciate all three of you. I am so grateful for your
appreciate you too.
For your patience.
Love you too.
Well, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of you guys. I really am.
Me too.
It's been an interesting situation.
And like they said, we've all been getting, like, we get emails, we get text messages, we get comments in our chats, because there are people who still believe Larry Reid. They say, we're talking about a man of God and we're doing this. And we're lying. We're not lying on him.
I blew up my damn. I blew up my damn HP. I blew up my computer. My computer
y'all realize that was the first thing Marcellus told us? That was the first thing. That's the first rule that we got. Whatever we do not lie. That was the first rule that he gave us. The very first day.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, what's the use of that? I mean, you're just going to come out here. Now, I can understand you not wanting to tell people certain things about your private life. That I'm okay with. But when you come out here and you telling these stories and you just making up stuff, because what Larry does is he just
dreaming.
Yeah, he just make it up. He just make it up. And it's just like, okay, nigga, you really gonna do this? I done talked to people, and Daryl knows this, and Daryl has talked to people. Larry, we done talked to people from your past. They know you. And some of them from your present. They know you.
And if you're such a good pastor for 20 years, where are these
members at?
Parishioners and members at?
He didn't have but 50 people. I mean, Larry need to go somewhere and shut up.
Half of them left. And half of them left.
And some of them
but
were church.
One of those 50 people can't come forward.
They were cheering. Go ahead, Daryl.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This is not about me. This is about the people that you hurt. This young man, Victor Cousins, the gospel artists that you've hurt, the preachers that you've hurt. This is their time.
And I was going to say something to Victor Cousins. I don't know if anybody... Victor Cousins, let me tell you something. This is also a vindication day for you too, and let me tell you why. Because Larry Reid and that lion salamander built their entire platform on your back.
Sure did.
His platform was built on the lies that they told about you.
Yes, sir.
And at the end of the day, sir, even though I know you didn't want, just based on the conversations behind the scenes and some things that was said, you didn't want to pursue the situation and go after him for obvious reasons. But I want to just say to you publicly, sir, this is also a vindication for you, because this individual that was running around here trying to put himself on a pedestal like he was not a person who perpetrated acts against individuals was out here the whole time he was telling your story. He knew exactly what he had done.
For 3 years. And Jordan probably knew too. Because remember, he said Jordan's going to get rid of some things for me. Can't get rid of this. Jordan going to be in court with you, Larry?
You just wait. There was another vlogger.
Walls people.
Yes, absolutely, Roxanne. The Walls folks. Hey, you guys, and this is something we need to talk about too. We got to bring this out. Larry Reid went on, and there was another vlogger that talked about this. I was listening to her vlog, and I was like, oh man, this is a really good point. We need to bring this out. When he went on Bernard Jordan's program and said that molestation was not molestation, but exploration.
Oh my God.
There it is.
That's horrible.
That's what
horrible thing to say.
I forgot all about him saying that. Yes, he did. Say it again.
He said he went with Bernard Jordan was talking to Larry. Larry was on his program. And there was one point in the conversation that Bernard Jordan tried to justify molestation, and he said something about molestation is not molestation; it is exploration. It's people exploring, and
when you're minors, when you're both minors, but that's not true, because I've had students that I worked with who were on juvenile probation, and they were teenagers who sexually abused another teenager. They were still held accountable. It's not always exploration.
And so that's another thing that we need to bring out, and we need to, Daryl, at some point we need to kind of talk about that and dive into that, because see what you're now dealing with, you're dealing with the psychology of a person exactly who perpetrates these types of things, because in their mind it's exploration, it's not molestation. And so that's stuff that needs to be discussed and talked about as well. I just thought I'd throw that out there tonight.
An alleged predator grooming his victims or her victims. Yes. So anybody else want to say something?
Individual.
Yes, he is.
To be honest with you, Daryl, I would love to hear from other vloggers. If we got we'll give them 15 minutes. Put the link out there, Daryl. Let's see who's available.
Since they want to go on other platforms and talk, come over here and talk. I'll let you talk. Just be respectful.
I saw Blue Tarot in the chat. She Nurses TV, the Respective Angle Mobile.
Respective Angle, we got this stuff in the chat. You all bring yourselves on the screen. Tell me what your thoughts are. We'll give you guys about 15, 20 minutes. Come on, bring it. We want to hear what you all want to say to this because, I mean, it's not, we didn't invent it.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Thank you, Iris.
And Daryl, have your finger on the button in case we need to get rid of somebody. AJ is live. You're here, sir.
Hey, AJ.
Great job, folks. Great job. I want to congratulate you guys on the good job that you guys have did today. You know, vindication is definitely here for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm always here for you guys. I'm here to support you. Mad Marcellus. You're going to have to change your name, man. You're going to have to change you to Mad Max. Mad Max.
Right? Right?
Definitely ill, man. This is an absolute awesome show, man. It speaks numbers. It speaks volumes at the end of the day. It proves the point that, you know, Daryl, you're not crazy, Daryl. You're not crazy. And I always knew it. I always knew it from the time I clicked onto your channel and I seen what you were talking about. And I seen that, you know, you were speaking the facts about Larry, and it pretty much piqued my intrigue. So I said, you know what? Let me continue to listen to this guy before I make any assumptions and stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, at the beginning, I was like, is this guy crazy? Like, what is going on here? Is he really gonna be talking about Larry like this? But when I really continued to watch the videos and I seen the A-Team and, you know, the way how you guys elaborated on the facts, I said, nah, it has to be a lot of truth to this. And on today, of course, here comes the facts. And I really was waiting on the victim, the survivor, to come out and tell his side. And, you know, now it vindicates all you guys. You know, all the time that you guys had to put in and all the effort that you had to put in. It was well worth it, I'm pretty sure. So congratulations to, you know, Marcellus. Let me see a transcript, Roxanne, and, of course, the one and only Cigar Vlogger.
That Cigar Vlogger's cream of the crop, AJ. He's the cream of the crop, AJ.
Hey, Daryl.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I'll try. Yes, sir.
You watching?
Yes.
You watching? You looking?
Oh, he got a cigar. He got a cigar.
Oh man, his wife gonna be mad.
It ain't my fault, missus.
Listen, I'm outside. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. She's not even there. Yeah, but I told you, man. I said, I seen the thing. I said, okay, the victim is coming to speak. I got to get my cigar for this one. For sure.
And he tried to bully a man. Can you imagine that? You gonna bully somebody that you victimized, allegedly.
Yeah, man. I appreciate all the truth that you guys have been telling. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I can't leave without saying I appreciate all the support that you guys been showing so far. Especially, let me see your transcript. Number one moderator. I don't know who it was, but the last video that I put up, somebody came on and said, "Oh, hop off of Larry's dick." I was like, "What? Hop off?"
Oh, you better get used to that. They're gonna attack you now. Welcome to the club.
Well,
you are now a LRLer. You are hated by the LRLers. You are officially one of us now.
As I said the other day, I'm a retired LRLer. You know, I hung it up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, if they want to bring it this way, they can bring it this way. But I'll definitely light them up. If they want the American version, they can get the American version. If they want to get the Trinidadian version,
give it to them.
They'll get
Give it to them.
But
yes, sir.
As I said, man, you guys did a really wonderful, absolute wonderful job on this whole entire thing. And I know there's more to come.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot more to come, and I will be definitely showing you guys some support.
Thank you.
Know, I ain't the richest man in the world, but I'll definitely be hitting up your CashApp.
Hey, bro, thank you for everything.
Well, I can't wait to do my live from the courthouse. You just wait. If you think these lives have been bad, you wait.
Lord. You know, you're gonna buy me a special ticket for that one, man.
Yeah.
You wait.
Yeah.
When I'm live,
I will come down to the south.
I'll definitely come down for that.
Yeah, look, when I'm outside, when I go live outside the courthouse, y'all ain't gonna know what to do. Let Daryl put the StreamYard link back in the comments. I got somebody else that was asking. You guys want to know how to come up? You got to hit the link that Daryl is putting in there.
It'll be like, I'm live at the courthouse. Yay!
Oh, I ain't lying, Daryl. I'm gonna be right there.
All right, man. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll be back in the chat room watching.
All right, brother. Take care.
All right, you guys
take care.
do well.
Take care.
Hit the StreamYard link if you're coming up. Hit the link.
If not, we're gonna be getting out of here.
Yeah, we about to, because I'm giving you some time. She Nurses TV, where you at? Where you at?
Carol, you in the chat still?
Because it's going to be lovely. Hot Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know She Nurses TV.
Where's court going to be, Daryl?
We're going to find out in the near future. I'll
coming.
make sure everybody knows.
Yeah, it's coming.
Wait a
She
minute,
Nurses.
I was a LR and what?
I'm glad I found out about this. Pissed me off. Larry is a child molester and lying to people who follow his channel and in his Patreon. Let me just say this. I know there's a couple of you vloggers out there that are still trying to get monetized. So I'm trying to help a few of you. So I think one of them was I looked at you and you had like 500 subscribers. So can you please, you better hit the button. I'm trying to give you an opportunity here.
Yeah, because we want you. If you want to say something, I put the link up there. Oh, She Nurse, she said she'll come next time.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's going to be a next time.
All right.
Because he got to do a video because his boy batting hard in the paint for him over there. So.
Yeah, because he's the only one that can, because Larry can't speak, because the only thing Larry can do is tell lies. And he's got to save those lies for court. And he's going to try and do it in private where he don't think nobody's going to be able to have access to it. Go ahead, Roxanne.
Jay Wilson is trying to... I shouldn't have said his name. That bastard is trying to save his channel.
He's clout chasing.
He's clout chasing. And that's why I got him the hell up out of the chat, because he's just clout chasing. That's one manipulative. He's worse than the worst woman I know. Oh, gracious.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't rock with him, and you know that. I don't rock with him. I don't rock with those folks because they're something else. And they're dishonest people, and they play games. They try to pretend like they don't know the foolishness that they're doing.
They sure can't.
They sure can. You ain't lying
and I really distrust them now since him and the other lady that we blocked, that you blocked, Roxanne, they've called a truce, admitted offenses, apologized to each other.
Yeah, because they're both failing. So I guess they figure if they join up together, it may be worth it. Cornhead, that's what I'm calling.
Well, I mean, Conscious TV, I haven't said his name, damn. That idiot should understand that he is getting exactly what he deserves because it's called karma. And he believes in all of that mystical witchery, sorcery business. He ought to know that he's getting what he deserves. And that's why nobody's paying him any attention over there. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's another one that fell off. That's three of them that fell off.
And then there's another girl out there in that obese sector. Now she begging, trying to get people to subscribe to her after she done doxed everybody and their grandmama. And then she have a nerve to come find her way up in somebody's chat. And I ain't saying her name either. You deserve exactly.
But that's the one that called a truce with the other guy that came today.
Okay, well, let me tell you this. All of you guys deserve exactly what you get. Hope encourages you. You now have the floor.
Hello, 18. How are you all?
Good.
I want to thank you all have been doing an excellent job, a wonderful job covering this story. Me personally, I've been a victim of molestation by a preacher before, so I do understand the victim. It's an emotional thing that Larry Reid is doing towards him. It's emotional abuse that makes it worse.
Absolutely.
When you keep coming back and you keep coming towards the person, that scarring does not go away. It lasts a very long time. So I'm glad the survivor, which he is a survivor because he's able to move on with his life, but with the support of his family, that he decided to come out and tell his story and make it an awareness, because we don't support the men that go through this. Men don't get no support. It's all about the women. So shout out to the A team. I appreciate you all. Keep doing what you're doing and have a great night.
Well, thank you for coming up, and we appreciate you gracing us with that great smile. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right, take care.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
It's nice to see who's behind the name.
I know. I love these smiles. Go ahead, Dad.
Kimberly, You did a good training video. People in the chat want to know how they can go about getting their money back from Patreon from Larry. So if you can get that video real quick and put that link in the comments, because I want to make sure you get your money back.
Okay, I'm gonna have to drop off to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Well, Daryl, like I said, I'm very excited for you. I'm very humbled at the fact nobody takes glory in this situation. I'm not glorying in the situation. I want people to understand, because at the end of the day, there is a survivor at the end of this, and there's somebody that had to deal with real hurt and real trauma. And so what I am celebrating tonight is that the fact that, he got the strength enough to come forward and to make a statement. And I'm just grateful to God that, Daryl, you held out, because what people were not able to see is when you were feeling the weight of people calling you crazy and calling you all these names, and what people were not able to see was, you in those moments that we had to look at you and encourage you, and when you were an emotional wreck and an emotional mess. And
I'm gonna tell the truth, I was crying.
Right. And I wasn't gonna say that, but
I was crying. I was crying and drinking and in my car riding around middle of the night trying to get my head together. Yeah.
But I'm grateful for this moment, because it just shows that, first of all, you're not crazy. It shows again that you're not a person that's willing to just come out here and try to give out a bunch of bad information. And at the end of this, you have good intention. You're not out here to be malicious or to malign anyone. You're not out here trying to, maliciously go after Larry Reid. You are simply out here doing what you think is right as it relates to victims and people that have had these types of situations perpetrated against them. And for anyone who is watching this video, to any legal individual who is watching this video, I want you to understand, legally, there was no malicious intent from any of our parts. There's never been any malicious intent on any of our parts. And legally, you're going to have to define that if somebody gets the whim or the notion to think that they can go after individuals for that type of situation, because I'm most certainly ready to linguistically whip your tail.
Let me say this, and then we get out of here. When I helped Jimmy Battles, when I first thought about doing it, I went to the person that gives me my counsel. I called my mama. Mama will be 86. No, I'm sorry. My mother will be 85 in June. I've turned 52. I said, Mama, I told her the story. She said, son, that boy needs your help. Now, mind you, Jimmy is almost my age. She said, that child needs your help. Can you help him? I said, yes, Mama. Well, you need to help him. I went to my mama again about this young man. I said, Mama, he from North Carolina. She said, you ain't got to say nothing else. You help that boy. And she said, how old is that boy? I told her how old he is. And she said, you go help that boy. Go on there, Tamika. Go on and say that. How you doing? Oh, she went away. Okay. Well, anyway, my mama told me, said, that's a young man from North Carolina. You help him. She said, you help him. He got a family. He got a wife and a family. Yeah. She said, you help him.
Well, M&H, I just want to tell you, MH, that the time will come for that. If you
we'll
can
let
be
you
patient,
know.
We will let you know.
We'll let you know. I promise you. Because he's one person going against a giant. He's a David, and David will kill Goliath, but he's going to need our help. And because we know the resources that Larry has backing him, for now anyway, because he's, by day, he's becoming a liability instead of an asset. Hold on. Here we go. Did I do it right? Hold on. I'm bringing you up. Okay.
Angela Butler, you'll have to go back and listen to the show. Tamika L., the floor is yours. You're muted.
You're muted.
There you go.
Take your mute off.
Hi, I just want to say thank you as a survivor of molestation and rape. And I just want to say thank you, because sometimes we can't find our voice. We just need somebody to help us find that voice. And they need people, we need, like they say, it's hard for people to believe men.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to say thank you to the A team, and I really enjoy your videos since I've been watching them.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much, Tamika. You're so welcome, Tamika,
Thanks,
and thank you for the
Tamika.
love and support.
Thank you. So, I'm ready to go to bed.
I know you are. I'm ready to go eat my dinner. I ain't even made my dinner yet.
Well, I'll be back. We'll be back. Friday Night Live with 18. Roxanne, are you coming up this week? What day?
Is it me, Marcellus, or is it?
What's today? I've been doing so much
Today,
work. I don't
Tuesday.
know who today's
Kim was
Tuesday.
supposed to do tonight, but Kim allowed me to have tonight. And
Are you coming on again tomorrow? Because tomorrow's your day, Daryl.
maybe, yeah.
Okay, I'm not coming on until Thursday. Lady D, you now have the floor.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can.
I just want to say hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to okay, I just want to say to the A team and to Daryl that you guys are doing a phenomenal job. And listen,
Thank you.
it is
Thank
very
you.
clear that truth reigns and that truth is in front of you, on the side of you. And so you don't have to worry about what anybody else think, say, just continue on the path that you're on. And I want to say that I'm praying with you. Daryl, you continue to do what you're doing because you are the voice of now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lady D. That was very kind of you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
ma'am.
Lady D.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, y'all. I'm going to get on up out of here. And y'all going to get y'all something to eat and get you some rest. As we do after we get off, we always laugh and kiki it up. And I'm going to decompress. And my son is enjoying my son's music. Thank you to everybody that subscribed so far to my son's music channel. He's almost at 1,000, so if you could just add him, I'd appreciate it. And for those of you that smoked devil's lettuce, happy 420.
And for those of you that are in the bushes that thought Daryl was lying, again, you need to cash app him right now and put in the subject line, I'm sorry. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You need to send him a cash app right damn now. And that's your way of apologizing for the foolishness that y'all left in all of these comment sections. And I'm so serious. Send him a cash app right now and say, I'm sorry.
I don't have the link to Marcellus's A-Team Law and Order song. I don't have it on my.
I sent it to you. I sent you all the stuff.
I have it.
Okay,
Wait
go
a
ahead.
minute, but I gotta
Send
get
it to me.
off. So let
Send
me
it to
get
me in the
off.
private
Let me
chat.
get
Send
off
it to me in the
the
private chat. Hello, Miss Butler.
Hello.
Get out of here. Wait a minute.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I can't complain.
Well, I just wanted to say I'm so appreciative of what you guys did, especially to you, Daryl, your diligent work on
Thank
just,
you.
um, I don't want to say exposing Larry, but bringing truth to light because it was so needed. I stopped following Larry after the John Gray thing. My spirit just didn't agree with him.
Right.
It was just always something weird about that guy to me. And I am so, so glad that people can now see who he really is and they can literally stop giving this man their money because he is a fraud. And I've always known that he was a fraud. And I'm so glad that you was able to allow that victim to talk because too many times victims are silenced. No, especially when it comes to the church life, when it comes to being people from church, they sweep it under the rug. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want their church to be exposed. And it's awful. So I'm just glad the victim was able to tell his story. And you guys have a good night.
Thank you so much, Angela.
Thank you. And please, y'all, this is my son's Vivo account. He's trying to get monetized. I'm trying to get him over 1,000 subscribers. He's got his music videos on there, sample of the music. I know some of you might be my age. You might not like the music. Maybe you can share the link with your kids or your grandkids or somebody that you know. I'm just trying to help him. He just got his ASCAP membership. So whenever somebody uses his music, he gets paid. And then we're trying to get him on there with that monetization check. All the money that he makes on his own, I don't have to give him. So we want to do that, and I thank you so much.
That said it like, look, that sounds like a true father. All the money he makes.
I don't have to come up with it because he have his own money, and he do his own thing. And I'm very proud of him. He's in school, and he's making his music, and he's out there doing the right things. So I'm proud of him. I love him. My other son, he'll be home next weekend, and then my baby boy graduates high school in about 3-4 weeks, and he go to prom. And then he's out in the real world. He's going to go into construction, so he'll be in an apprenticeship program. I have 3 grown men out in the world doing their thing, and I'm proud of all of them. So you judge a tree by the fruit it bears. So
that's
I
right.
guess I
and
did,
you
I
have
guess
a right
I did
to
something
be,
right.
You have a right to be proud, sir. You have a right to be proud.
I haven't had to go to the jailhouse or the crack house to get my children.
Yeah, and so that's wonderful.
And I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord for that. So, Marcellus, you got anything else you want to say?
No, Antone Robinson in the chat wants to say something. Put the link, drop the link. I know you want to go, Daryl. Give me a second. I'm trying to give people some opportunities here. Antoine Robinson, the link has now been dropped. Daryl, I'm gonna give him 5 more minutes here. We're gonna hit it and quit it, and we're gonna let you go.
Yeah.
But I just want to say again, I'm grateful to all of those of you who have stuck by us over this year, and to the lazy vloggers who got scared and put their tails between their legs. Understand something. I told y'all a long time ago. There's a certain kind of way that you have to do these stories and tell these stories. Don't ever let these people put fear in you and make you afraid to tell these stories. Now, y'all don't let nobody make you afraid. When you know you telling the truth, you stand on the truth, and you just wait for the rest of the stuff to unfold and for the stuff to come, because we know we ain't lying. All right, you got 2 minutes or we out of here. Whoever that was, you asked for the link. It was dropped for you. Antoine or Antone. I think it was Antoine.
Yeah, better. Yeah, my son wants to go into carpentry, and then from there he wants to do heating and air conditioning repair. So he'll be able to take good care of his old man as I grow into my golden years.
Heather, my Cash App is my name that's on the screen. You see my name right there with the dollar sign?
Right.
That's me. That's me.
Oh, Roxanne, just post it right there in the comments, and then I'll copy it and put it up.
We told you. I tried to tell y'all the A-team is an elite squad. Now, you can joke and be talking about folks ain't on your level. I got your level, all right.
Y'all niggas ain't. I'm gonna sing that when you come in the courtroom. As soon as you walk by with your turn, y'all niggas ain't on my level. I'm eating at Ruth Chris. You eating inmate sandwiches. Y'all niggas ain't on my level. I'm gonna sing it. I don't care if they put me out. I'm gonna bust out singing. Y'all niggas ain't on my level. As soon as you go to court.
Okay. All right, Heather. I don't know what it is. Big dog. Come on up, big dog. What's up?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, I just got a few things to say. First of all, I was listening to your show and I heard him say, how did he know how to contact him? That's the thing I was trying to figure out. If you didn't know his name or never told who he was, how you know who to send a cease and desist letter to? So it's kind of making him seem like he's guilty of something. I don't know what, because like I said, I wasn't there, so I don't know what he's guilty of, but he's guilty of something. And if I try to silence the man, if you allegedly molested him, your best bet probably would have been to say, I'm sorry, instead of trying to lie and say you didn't do it.
And that's what I've been saying for a whole year to this man. Hey, dude, just say you're sorry. And apologize.
If he was looking for an apology, why not just give it to him?
Because he's a narcissist.
And Marcellus, man, you had me cracking up.
They got it.
You had me cracking up all night. Cause putting them cuss words together, man. I like a good cuss.
Look, I have a problem when I get angry. You know, it is what it is. I'm God's still working on me too, so it is what it is.
Sometimes you gotta cuss.
Yeah.
Cussing brings.
Well, Peter cussed in the Bible.
Yeah, but man, that damn Larry Reid is a fucker, man. We all know that. And I'm done with that.
I didn't say nothing against cussing. I just said sometimes you got to. I cuss over myself, but I gotta keep the code. But I was just wondering, I'm like, it's got to be some truth to it, because how you know who to send the letter to?
Exactly.
Bingo.
For the people saying that they don't think it happened. Being a black man, we all black men here, we ain't gonna admit to being molested.
Exactly.
That's just that is, especially when you're dealing with your manhood and you got a wife. So you ain't gonna just make up something like somebody done done something to you unless it happened.
There you go.
Now let me tell you something about church culture, big dog. When a man like this comes out, the church immediately alienates him. They will ostracize him. They will talk horrible about him. Now, you would think that these people would rally around him and support him. But it's different. And I keep trying to tell people it's different when you're dealing with a woman who's been molested and a man who's been molested. You know, it's totally different.
All right, let me say this. I've been in church all my life. It depends on who the person is. If the person is nobody, people will get behind them. But if the person is a bishop or a so-called prophet,
right,
then they gonna try to downplay what he done. Like when he said it wasn't molestation, it was experimentation, whatever he called it.
Yeah.
You ain't. Yeah. I mean, I know these kids these kids these days are experimenting, but I don't think that was experimentation. I think that was just straight up molestation. I mean, kids do experiment, but Larry Reid wasn't a kid. Dude was.
I agree.
So, y'all, good show, man.
All right, big dog. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, brother.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
All right, Daryl, get out of here, man.
I'm gone now. I'm gone for real now this time. I got, but just for last, to lighten the load a little bit, Larry, you talked about me so bad, and you tried to go after me. But where your boy at? Because ain't but two people can help you now. And Green Hair over there in the other comments now going to bat for you. And where's he? Where's this guy? Where he at? I'm out. Bye.